Hello friends, good afternoon. My name is Soham and you are watching Animetastic. So guys, in this video we will be learning that how we can control Zoom. So first of all we have to download Zoom from the internet. So you have to open your browser and then you have to type in download Zoom. Now the first link which comes, we have to click on that, and then this page will open and we have to click on download. After downloading and installing it, our Zoom will look like this. If you had watched my previous video, you will remember that I had made this account and I had also taught you to make your own account. So after you sign into your Zoom account, you have to, and after installation you have to open the software, and the software's homepage is like this. So there are basically four options here. The first one is new meeting, the second one is join, the third one is schedule, and the fourth one is shared screen. So let us go through them one by one. So if you click on new meeting, a new meeting will be opened, and a new meeting will look like this. So you are the host, and that is why you will look like your screen will be a little bit different from the participant. So a host has plenty of options. He can mute or unmute the participant. He can either remove the participant from the meeting. If the host removes someone from the meeting, the person is not able to join the meeting with the same link. So now there are quite a few options here, so let us go through them. The first one is mute and unmute. So if there is this red line across your mic, it means that you are muted, and if it is not there, it means that you are unmuted. Now the second one for your video. If you want to show yourself to all the other participants, you can click on here, but since my camera is not okay, this setting is not available to us. Now this security one, this will only come to the host, not the participant. So let us see what this means. So we can lock this meeting, which means that the participants won't be able to join this meeting. And the second one's enable waiting room. So waiting room is basically where the participants wait for the host to allow them inside the meeting, and there are also a few other options that what the participant should be allowed. So you can do this to your convenience. Now if we go to the participants, we will see all the participants here, and the host will be on top of the names list. So we can invite people. We can either copy the invitation link, we can we can share it by default email, Gmail or Yahoo Mail. We can copy the invitation also. And now the other one is called the chat one. So chat basically is where you can convey your messages to other participants. Now you can chat to anyone, but the host will allow that if the participants should be able to chat, then yes, and if no, you can deselect it. So you can type in any message you want. Emojis can also be sent, and so can be the files. Files can be chosen that from where do you want to share the files. So it can be from Dropbox or Google Drive, and it can even be from your computer also. So now the participant would straight away be able to download the file which I just sent to everyone. So now we cannot share exe files, which means the applications. We cannot share that on Zoom due to security reasons. Now let us come to the shared screen option. It is in green text. So we can now choose that what do we want to share. We can share any window, or we can just share our screen. So now my screen, it will be visible to all the participants. Now in shared screen also we can either pause it and a yellow text will become that your screen sharing has been paused. We can resume from the same button, and we can also annotate, which means that we can draw on our screen. Now let's say I want to pinpoint something, so I can like make an arrow on it. There are a few stamps, like this one is a tick mark. We can also draw shapes. We can select something and the participant's name would come here, that who had selected this. Text can also be written, and the text would be saved, and the format and everything which you just drew. Have you noticed that it's all in blue color? So that can also be changed from here. Now as the color is white, it is not visible. So now this white line can be drawn. Undo and redo can also be done here. Clear, you see clear, you can either clear all the drawings, you can clear your drawings, or you can just clear the viewer's drawing. And the last one, which is save, it is like kind of a screenshot, so now you can see it in your folder. So we now open this file, and this will now show us the picture we just took. Now we can also record the meeting. We can now either pause it, we can record it, and there is another option which is stop recording. Now the last one is reactions one. It is not that much useful, but we can still learn about it. So there is this clap emoji, a thumbs up, a heart, and a joy, and a surprise, and a party one. So now let us see that what happens to our recording. So when the meeting ends, the meeting's gonna end, the Zoom will automatically convert it into the Zoom will already record it, and you can find the Zoom folder inside your documents, Zoom, and the name of your meeting will come up here, and all the screenshots and the recordings of the file, they would come here. So now if your default music player is Groove Music, that can also be controlled, that can be chosen from here. The screenshot is here, and this one, that is just your logo. And now this one, the recording, since I had not spoke anything, it hasn't picked up anything yet. So that is the powers of the host. Now let me show you the powers of a participant. Now let us see that what the host can do to a participant. So I made another account of mine to join this meeting, and now let's see what the host can do. The host can chat with the participant. He can ask him or her to start the video. He can ask the participant to unmute themselves. He can make the participant the host. He can allow be to multi-pin, or he cannot be allowed to do that. He can be renamed also, and now the participant would be renamed. We can put him in waiting room. We can remove him. Removing him won't allow him to join the same meeting, and we can also report him also. That was the powers of a host. Now let us see the meeting from the participant's point of view. So if the host has disabled participant screen sharing, when the participant clicks on the share screen button, a pop-up like this would appear that says that the host has disabled participant screen sharing. And we can chat, but it's optional. The host can disable the chat. And you might have noticed that the security button which was coming here, it's not here because we are now a participant and the another account that is the participant. So the host has limited options. He can mute or unmute himself, start his or her video. He can rename himself or herself, and yeah, emojis can also be put up in the name, and he can edit his or her profile picture, or you can just resize the picture you just have chosen, or you can now either go to your computer files and then you can change that from here. Now the participant can invite others also. This option is available both to the participant and the host. Now we can leave by clicking on this leave meeting button, and now when we leave we will come to the Zoom's home screen. Now I discussed about what happens when you click on new meeting. Now let us see what happens when we click on join. So when we click on join, it will ask us a meeting ID or a personal link name. So whenever the participant has given you his or her meeting, there would always be the meeting ID. So you have to now enter the meeting ID. So let us enter a meeting ID. Now since I had created the meeting with this device, the Zoom didn't ask me for a password. It straight away let me in the meeting. So now you might have noticed that this participant, it was the host before, but since I had rejoined, now I got my host power back. So we can mute everyone, and they can be allowed to either unmute themselves and not. So after we click on that, we can do that. And there are quite a few options here also. These are all your choice, you can do that. So the host will get two options if he leaves the meeting. These are the leave meeting and the end meeting for all. If the host clicks on the leave meeting button, the host would just leave the meeting himself, and all the other participants would still be there. And if we click on the first button which is end meeting for all, it would end the meeting for all the participants who are there. So let's click on the leave meeting, and we have to assign a host before leaving, and then we can assign and then we leave. Now let us see what happens when you click on schedule. We click on schedule, and now we can schedule a meeting for a future date. Say we have to schedule a meeting for tomorrow, so it can be done. So it will ask us a topic. So let us put microorganisms. It's a chapter in a science book, you can find it. And we can choose the start date also. So it's completely your choice. The time can also be chosen, ranging from all the time, and the time zone can also be chosen. So so now India is now 5:30. So we can do that. The duration can also be chosen, but let me tell you that the duration is nothing. It's completely optional. So if there are two Zoom options also, the free plan and the pro plan. In the free plan, there is no more difference. That's just that there is a 40-minute time limit, which means that your meeting will automatically be ended after 40 minutes. So if you don't want your meetings to end after 40 minutes, you can buy the premium membership, and the meeting ID can also, now let's come forward. The meeting ID can also be chosen. It can be either a personal meeting ID or it can be generated automatically. Here's the password, and if you want to enable the waiting room, we can do that. If we want to on our video or off it, we can toggle it here, and the same can be done for the participant. So now the other options are that the calendar, that how you want to see that. It can be either Outlook, Google Calendar, or some other application which you have installed on your system. Now there are advanced option also. We can automatically record the meeting on the local computer. We can either mute participants for entry, and we can also allow participants to join anytime. So when everything is done, you have to click on the save button. Zoom will schedule it, and now here the invitation will be seen here. So the first line is that the host name is inviting you to schedule Zoom meeting. The topic would be here, the time here, the Zoom meetings link here, the meeting ID this side, and the passcode or the password will be shown here. So we can copy it to our clipboard, and then we can paste it wherever we like. Thank you friends for watching the video. If you liked the video, please like, share, comment and subscribe.